Listen.
This is crazy.
I mean, can you believe it? Because the last time we saw each other was when we did the film with Sandy Wexler.
Yes.
I knew you were a star then, honey.
Oh,
I've always been a fan. We got to do this together. What do you remember?
I remember a lot about being on this film. In particular, how talented you are.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wow.
And getting a chance to work with Adam Sandler,
Yes.
I mean, that's absolutely crazy. I'm working with, like,
insane.
historical people.
Wow, thank you. Virgos, we're Virgos. That's
Yep.
what that was. A lot of Virgo energy in that.
Yeah.
Now this I didn't know. I hear you, we were neighbors in Chicago. I didn't even know you were from Chicago.
From Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, so last year I went back and I bought a house in this particular, thank you very much for saying that.
Congratulations.
And so I went back and I bought this house and I was at Target and there was like this rumor, there was a whisper about the place that that if you say your name 3 times, that she'll pop out and buy your groceries.
You listen.
And I swear I heard that. I heard you were there one time and you just bought everybody's stuff in line. And that story, I don't know.
Thank you.
But that story, and my mom, so every time my mom would come to my house, she would go, you know, they said Jennifer Hudson lives right around the corner from here. And I'm like, really? She goes, let's just go by her house.
Oh my goodness.
I'm like, Mama,
she's gonna come by the house.
That's illegal. You can't. That's a crime. You can't just show up to people's houses like that.
Yes, she can. You should have brought her by.
I don't know the exact house. You know what I mean?
So they didn't tell you where I lived at?
They didn't tell you. They didn't tell me, no.
Listen,
no.
I love some shopping. I always tell people, yes, it's me standing right next to you shopping, honey. Did you need anything? So she got it right.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And also my mom just wants some free stuff.
Free stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll buy her some. Tell her to come by the happy place. Shouldn't she come by here, y'all? Let me look her upside the head.
Let me tell you what she needs, right? She needs a brand new car. So go ahead, get that.
Okay.
I appreciate that. Whole new wardrobe,
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead, get that too.
Listen.
Yeah, get her some hair. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what I know? You know what I know she got?
What?
An Emmy award-winning son. That's what I know she got. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you? This is.
Look at that.
Like,
That's crazy.
Are you used to people that being attached to your name now?
Not yet. Every once in a while it comes out. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When people will say, "Oh, Emmy award winner this," or Emmy, you know, and it's still a little weird to me because it hasn't registered. I've been busy ever since the day.
I understand that.
Of course. Okay. Okay.
Don't do me like
rub it
that.
in. How many awards you got? 1,000?
Oh, what?
EGOT?
Listen. You know what? This is the
EGOT.
reward. The award. The reward. The joy of it all, you know. But no, I understand what you mean because it's like, I think you like myself, you do it for the love, right?
Yeah.
So the accolades, it's like, wow, that happened. And then when you're in this business, it's just keep going and going and going. So it's very seldom when you can stop and be like, wow,
Yeah.
I did that?
Yeah, it doesn't. I said to somebody that asked me how things have changed since.
Yes.
This was maybe a week later. And I said, if they gave me the trophy and then I get backstage and there was a duffel bag with $10 million in it, then I'd feel differently. But you still gotta work. I was like,
okay.
You still gotta work. You still gotta work. You know what I mean? And so you still gotta figure things out and put the processes together and make work for yourself. You know what I mean?
That is true.
And hopefully this award just means it's a little bit easier to get some projects developed.
You put it into perspective. That was well said. Yeah. But it brings you to so many amazing projects. Now, you have a little daughter. How old is your daughter?
Now she's 4.
Because I see you put her in your acceptance speech. Like, does she realize her dad is famous now?
You know, it's every once in a while it comes out.
Cute.
Yeah, she's putting it together. I remember we sit home and we watch TV, and sometimes, you know, when like a streaming service or something like that will show the thumbnails of what's to come or the previews, and every once in a while my face would pop up, and she would go, "Ooh, can we watch Daddy?"
Aww.
And then I look at the title and I would go, "Nah, we can't watch that one, baby." Nah, you can't watch that one. So, yeah. So she kind of knows. Every once in a while we drive down the street, she'll see a billboard or something like that and go, "Daddy!" And I go, "What is it?" And she goes, "No, Daddy." And I go,
Right. When she gets older, you'll be better able to explain it to her.
Yeah.
Now, most people know you from New Girl, but you had an icon on the show. What was that, like Prince?
Whew.
I mean, I love me some Prince, but I didn't get to work with him like that. What was that night?
Yeah, Prince is, he's something. Let me tell you something. He came in, so when we shot with Prince, we had maybe 200 extras on set. It was our most expensive episode. It was our busiest day on set, period. A lot of people around. And when he showed up with like 30 people all dressed in like tassels and zippers and like very shiny. You know what I mean? You see he got the zipper right there. He had boots on with lights in the heels. And
They had lights in them?
he had lights in them. He had like little lights, you know what I mean? Yeah, he had a cane with lights in it too that he would just, point at people. He would summon you. He would just, you. And then people would just, they would float to it. You know what I mean? And he had this, there was this one moment where a member of his entourage had to be in a scene. He said, hi, hey, Lamorne, is there any way you could teach her how to look surprised?
Oh.
And I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, well, she's gonna be in the scene and she sees me and she gets shocked and surprised. And she's never acted before, so can you teach her? And I said, yeah, sure. So I'm pulling her to a corner or something to go and like work with her, and he goes, no, do it right here.
Oh.
And then he sits on the couch like this, and he just goes like this. And part of me was like, hell no, man, I ain't doing this. And then the other part was like, this is Prince. And
you gotta do it.
He's so used to entertaining the world on a daily basis. How often does he get a chance to just sit back and someone, I'm sure he can't just go to the movies. I'm sure he can't just go, you know what I mean? So I felt in a weird way that I was performing for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And so you did it?
I did it.
You did it?
I did it.
He entertained Prince, y'all.
I did.
Listen at that.
Thank you.
And you are entertaining us.
I need my star on the Walk of Fame, right?
Listen, all right. You are such a joy to watch.
Oh, thank you very much.
Watching you, I think that's a gift. When you look at somebody do what they do and it make you think you could do it or want to do it, you're one of those people for me.
I tried that with you, but I can't sing.
Yes, you can.
You know
I believe you can, Lamorne.
Oh, no. See, I just tried it.
Okay, that was a good try. Congratulations on your film, Saturday Night. Can you tell everyone who you play and what it's about?
I play Garrett Morris, one of the original members of Saturday Night Live. Yep. And so we all know what SNL is, but we don't know how close it came to not happening. And so essentially this movie is about the 90 minutes leading up till that very famous Live from New York, It's Saturday Night line. So Lorne Michaels had this goal, this vision. He got misfits from all over the place, different characters, different funny people, to put together this show. But NBC was like, we don't know what this show is, and we're not going to air with it. And, luckily, thankfully, they put it together, and then, the show happens. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a different take on the film.
Yeah.
Now, you said you didn't sing, but you sing in the film.
I sing in the film.
Were you
know what
nervous?
I'm saying? No, my voice gets really good when there's a check in front of me. All of a sudden. So.
That's how I feel about dancing. I dance if the check big enough. Okay.
Yeah. But I did theater growing up. I did musicals growing up, and then I was in choir, things like that. But I don't consider myself a singer. However, in character for sure. You know what I mean? So I got a chance to mimic him a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it true you lost 40 pounds for the role?
I did.
Wow.
So
See, a committed actor.
Yeah. Well, I was coming from Fargo, shooting that, that series in which I wanted to bulk up a little bit. I got up to about 200 pounds, and then 205, something like that.
So you really commit to the characters.
Yeah, I really wanted to play Garrett. I got the email, and I wasn't in the best shape, and I knew Garrett was a thinner guy, and I thought, well, I can't show up looking like the guy from Fargo because it won't necessarily be believable. So I went to the gym and I put it together and figured it out.
That is amazing. Aren't you inspired? Listen. Now, I love this about you too. Like me, you believe in manifestation.
Yes.
So you say you always wanted to be a guest on a talk show.
Yeah, my whole career, that to me, that's right up there with, doing this show, doing all kinds of talk shows, it's right up there with getting accolades to me.
Yeah, that's when you know you made it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day, if you were on Johnny Carson, when he invited you to sit on the couch, that means you're on your way. Wow. And, you know, for me, you know, you work so hard that sometimes you just want a little bit of acknowledgement, you know what I mean, to help push you and keep you going. And so I've always wanted to be on a talk show. And then, you know, throughout the course of the years,
I love that.
Ultimately, I ended up guest hosting Jimmy Kimmel.
That is insane.
Yeah.
So you shot past that and got to host. So, okay, what was each experience like? Was being a guest everything you imagined it to be? And what was it like to host?
Ooh, well, I tell you, being a guest, you're nervous, especially for your first time.
I noticed people can get really nervous. Okay.
Yeah, mouth gets really dry.
That's why we had you a little water in the Jennifer Hudson
That's what
mug.
this is, you know.
You see that?
I always see it on TV, and I never try it because I'm like, suspicious.
You better have your guest experience.